Hey, welcome back, it's Stoney, and today I have an awesome two-part DIY series for you. If you want to make a fence that you can remove the fence panels and the posts, I guarantee you came to the right place. I'll show you in the first part how to make the post bases, and the second part is all about the fence panels. This is really easy, it looks super clean, and it's very functional. Come check it out. So why am I doing this? Well, to be honest with you, I want to park my camper back here in this corner. And to do so, I have to maneuver my truck, back my camper up, and then put it into its spot here. And I need a lot of space between this area to make that all happen. I have a post here, I have a post here, and that's a 28-foot distance. So if I wanted to make a gate for this, it'd have to be a 14-foot gate per side. And gates can be complicated. You know, you have to design them a certain way, and I just wanted my fence area to look like the rest of my fence. So it looks like it's permanently installed, but I'll be able to remove the posts and the fence panels. First thing you want to do, you want to get your two outside posts set in place permanently. This one's in concrete right here, and then I got one down there that's also in concrete, ready to go. After you get that done, you can go ahead and you can put your holes where you want to put your removable fence posts at. In my case, I have 3 of them right here. And then if you also notice, there is 2 lines, one up top and one down below. You want to put that across so when we go to set our posts inside of these holes, we can make sure they're nice and level. Now you're going to have to go get some of these post sleeves. This is 4 foot long, and these are designed to go over 4x4s if you want to have like a nice white post with railing systems. These are at Home Depot for like 20 bucks, and they would just slide over your post and sit like that with a little cap on top. I'm going to use these in the inverse. This is what's going to hold my post in place in the ground. So I'm going to actually bury this and concrete it in. So the amount of these that you need is going to depend how long of a span you want to be able to remove your fence. I'm doing just 3 holes. Each hole is about 22 inches long, so I had to get 2 of these. So now let's figure out how much we got to cut off of these and then get started. All right, so drop your sleeve in the hole. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my foot down right next to it and put a lot of pressure on there, because as my tires go over this, they might go on top of this plastic. And I don't want the plastic to be sticking up above the ground. So I want to actually have this below grade just a little bit. So my foot right there is kind of telling me where it's compacted at. I'll put a mark, and then when I go to cut this, I'll just go maybe like a 1/2 inch below that. That way my truck tire isn't going to be snapping the PVC at the top. Okay, I took my mark, went a 1/2 inch below it. I used my square and I just made a line around the entire thing. Go ahead and grab a hacksaw blade. You can also use a sawzall or a circular saw. I just wanted a little bit of a cleaner cut, and then just cut it in half. This is going to go through super quick, super easy, and then just keep following the line down. You might have to turn it a couple times to get it to go all the way through. All right, now take your cut end at the bottom, go ahead and place it into the hole, and then just do a little dry fit and just make sure that you are just a little bit below grade. Not too much, but just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Now let's get prepped for the concrete. With your cut end facing up right now, take 3 pieces of duct tape and put them together like this. And then we're going to put the non-sticky side like that. Now I'm doing this because I don't want my post, when I put it in there, to stabilize the sleeve, to be able to be pulled up because of the tape. Come on, man, get off me, get off me. Okay, so once you get that kind of in place, you can tell it's a little bit of a pain. Just take another piece of tape. We're gonna go like this real quick. All right, so now just work tape around this entire stuff to seal it from concrete so it doesn't go in there when you go to pour the concrete around the edge. Okay, it should look like this now. I want to show you real quick how nice this post sleeve goes over the 4x4. Look at that. And that's going to give a nice, strong, support for the post to have while it's in the ground. Now let's go concrete this guy in there. Now with your post sleeve in the ground, go ahead and take your post, slide it into the sleeve all the way down, and then make sure it's just sitting in there kind of like that. Now here's where those two lines come into play. So your post is already in the hole, and you're going to just maneuver the post base with the post to a point where the string on the bottom, string on the top touch at the same time, or pretty close to it. That tells you that you're pretty level this way, and we'll double check it with our level here in a little bit. So once you get that figured out, I know that my post base is in a good spot. Then I'll take my level. See, I remember the name now. And I can just do a quick onesie and just make sure that I'm in a good spot. So now that I'm in a good spot, I can take my concrete and put it inside the hole about 8 inches worth to go all the way around. Oh, these holes are around 23, 22 inches deep, just so you guys know, in case I didn't say that before. Now I'm just using regular high strength Saccrete concrete mix, and I'm not gonna mix it with water right off the bat. I'm just gonna pour in the concrete. This works just fine. And like I said, you wanna put about 6 inches or so in here. This is gonna help hold the post sleeve in place. So once you get a pretty good amount in there, go ahead and take, I just have like a piece of like an old mop, and just take this and just kind of push it around the post sleeve at the bottom, so you're getting concrete around the entire sleeve. All right, so now we know that our post base is in a good spot for level. So we'll just take our level right here, and we'll just go and make sure we're in the bubble this direction and this direction right here. I'm really looking good right now. So once that's in place, now I can take some water. I'm just gonna put about a quart of water down here. Then if you want to, you can take your stick again and tamp it down into place, or just let the water soak into the concrete. This works very, very good. I've never had an issue. I've been doing this for a long time and never had an issue with the concrete not setting. Now I'm going to check level one more time. I'm looking really good. Small movements. Okay, I like it. So now I'm going to continue putting the rest of this concrete in here. Make sure the concrete goes all the way around this thing on all the corners. It's okay if the concrete's getting up here on this sleeve. It's not going to hurt anything at all, because it won't go inside because of your post. Okay, I'm going to recheck level again. Still level, looking beautiful. Looking real nice. Now I'll take one more, maybe 3/4 of a quart, and splash this down here as well. Now I had the concrete sit about 1 inch from the top of the PVC to, below grade. So I'm going to let that water soak in for a second. Then I'm going to add more concrete and make it level with the top of this post sleeve. Okay, I grabbed some more concrete and I'm just going to stick this and go around the edge as careful as I can. So it's really important that you get the concrete level with the top of this post sleeve, because if you don't, you'll run the risk of cracking the post sleeve if you do drive over it. I don't plan on driving over it, but you know, you never know. So once that's pretty level in there, move the concrete off to the side. We'll just add a little bit more water just to get it wet. You don't need a lot of water for this. Go ahead and move this concrete and make sure that you can see your post sleeve the whole way around. Okay, once it starts to look like that, looks nice and clean, just take your level one more time and just make sure that you didn't mess anything up while you're in this process. It looks nice and level. I did check up top as well. We're looking good. Now you can take some 2x4s or something, some stakes, just to keep the post in place so it doesn't move. I'm not going to. It's really in there good. It's already starting to sit up pretty good, and it's not going to move very much. So I'm going to leave it as it is. All right, I'm digging this. I'm going to finish the other two posts in the exact same method I just showed you right now. Let it dry overnight, and we'll come back and do the rest of it. All right, good morning. Got the post set overnight. So all we're going to do now, I'm going to paint this black to match the rest of my post. So what I did, I took a pencil and I marked just the bottom or all the way around, because I don't want to paint the portion that goes inside of the sleeve because it is tight and the paint might just create more friction to pull this up. But so that's all I did so far. And all you gotta do to take these out right now is to just kind of wiggle it, break that concrete on the top surface a little bit, and just pull it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go paint this and then we can start putting the panels in and get it all finished up.